What's up, guys? Today I will telling about UK Great British Coin 2, New Pence Queen Elizabeth Ore since 1971. In the grand tapestry of British currency, few coins have a story as intriguing as the humble 2 New Pence. Introduced in 1971, this small copper coin carries a legacy far greater than its face value suggests. From the transition to decimalisation to royal symbolism, rare minting errors, and collector controversies, the 2 New Pence coin has witnessed over 5 decades of British economic and cultural evolution. As we trace its origins and examine its journey, we discover how a modest coin came to symbolize a significant shift in Britain's monetary history. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist, a history enthusiast, or simply curious about what's in your pocket change, join us as we uncover the fascinating story behind the UK 2 New Pence coin bearing the image of Queen Elizabeth II. Section 1, Decimalisation and the Birth of the 2 New Pence, 500 words. Voiceover. The year was 1971, a turning point in Britain's financial landscape. On the 15th of February, the UK officially adopted decimal currency, replacing the centuries-old pounds, shillings, and pence system with a more straightforward structure based on multiples of 10 and 100. The government launched a new suite of coins, including the halfpenny, 1 penny, and notably, the 2 New Pence coin. This coin was created to fill the gap between small denominations, aligning with a new base 100 system that defined £1 as 100 new pence. Made of bronze, the original 2 New Pence coin measured 25.9 millimeters in diameter and weighed 7.12 grams. Its reddish copper tone stood out among other denominations. The word new and New Pence was intentional. It emphasized the break from the old system and helped the public adapt to this radical change. The coin's reverse design, by artist Christopher Ironside, features the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of 3 ostrich feathers within a coronet, above the German motto Ich diene, meaning I serve. This symbol, historically associated with the heir apparent, was a nod to tradition and continuity amidst monetary reform. Decimalisation wasn't merely a technical change. It marked the modernization of Britain's economy, one that signaled a shift in global identity, trade, and the ease of everyday transactions. The 2 New Pence coin, though small, played a critical role in that transformation. Section 2, Queen Elizabeth II, a regal presence, 400 words. Voiceover. Gracing the obverse of every 2 New Pence coin is the regal profile of Queen Elizabeth II, Britain's longest reigning monarch. Over the decades, 4 different portraits of Her Majesty have appeared on these coins, each marking a new era in her reign. The 1971 issue featured the Arnold Machen portrait, an elegant, serene representation of the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. This image would remain in use until 1984, becoming iconic among both Britons and collectors. From 1985 to 1997, the Raphael Makhlouf portrait replaced the earlier version, showing a more mature queen with the royal diadem. Then came Ian Rank Broadley's bolder, more realistic design in 1998, followed by the final coinage portrait by Jody Clark in 2015, portraying the Queen with a slight smile and the George IV state diadem. These changing portraits reflect not only the passing of time, but also the evolving artistic and cultural sensibilities of Britain. Through the 2p coin, generations of Britons have watched their monarch grow older, reinforcing the coin's role as both currency and a royal chronicle. Each portrait is a statement of dignity, stability, and continuity in a rapidly changing world. Section 3, Design Variations and the 1983 Rarity, 500 words. Voiceover. Most of the early 2p coins bore the inscription New Pence until 1981. But in 1982, a subtle shift occurred. The Royal Mint decided to replace New Pence with 2 pence to reflect the coin's established place in the monetary system. But in 1983, something curious happened. A small number of 2p coins were mistakenly minted with the old inscription New Pence instead of the updated 2 pence. This error, though seemingly minor, would go on to become one of the most famous and valuable mistakes in British numismatics. The 1983 new Pence 2p coin is now considered extremely rare. Only a few examples are known to exist, mostly believed to have been included in royal mint sets or in very limited circulation. When these coins appear at auction or online, they often fetch hundreds, sometimes thousands, of pounds, depending on condition and provenance. But the intrigue doesn't end there. Collectors must beware. Countless fakes and altered coins attempt to mimic the 1983 era. Authenticity is key, and professional grading services or trusted dealers are essential when evaluating such pieces. The change from new pence to two pence may seem trivial, but it